welcome to Intuitive Moon Tarot. For those of you that are new, my name is Jen and I am an intuitive reader. Today I have your weekly you versus them pick a card reading. So we do have two different decks or sides to select from. We have deck A over here on the left, and then we have deck B over here on the right. We've got a couple of cards for your energy and a couple of cards for your person of interest. So we're gonna kind of see what's going on with both parties here. You don't want to spend too much time selecting your deck. You just want to go where you're very first intuitively drawn. It's very helpful if you can close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, bring this person to the front of your mind, and ask the universe and your guides for some guidance and insight into this connection. Okay, for those of you that need more time, go ahead and pause the video and take all the time you need. For the rest of you, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, I know you're super eager to get your messages, so I promise to keep this short and sweet, but I do need to go over a few things before we jump into the reading. First, I want to remind everybody that these are general readings, so there is no way to guarantee that every general reading will resonate with every person that watches every time. If this isn't your week, go ahead and check back with me again next week, and please keep in mind that on my channel, I have lots of pick-a-card readings, element readings, soulmate twin flame readings. There's all kinds of good stuff on there, most of which is not date or time specific. It's just there for you for whenever you feel inspired to watch it. So if you were drawn to me in one way or another, I do believe that these meetings are fated, and I either already have a message for you or I will have a message for you in the future. So if you feel inspired to do so, I always recommend subscribing to the channel, scrolling through the other videos on the channel, and just keeping in touch with me each week to see if we can't find a message that's specifically meant for you. If you're interested in personal readings, all that information is in the description box below. Okay, you guys, thank you for your patience, and let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, I'm going to move deck B out of the way here so we have a little bit more room to work with. So you don't have to follow my storyline. If I kind of get stuck in a storyline, you can just pick with, whichever side is resonating more with you. For our first party, we have the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, wow, and the Three of Cups. For our second party, we have the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Let me go ahead and shift the camera a little bit so you guys can see better. And give me just a minute to look over these cards and kind of see what I'm getting and what I'm feeling. Okay, so first of all, whoever this party is over here, whether this is you or your person of interest, I'm seeing somebody who is highly desired. This person wears their heart on their sleeve. This person has a lot of love to offer. This person is very balanced, very grounded, very stable, and again, highly desirable. I see that they get a lot of emotional fulfillment from different areas in their life, but a lot of that comes independently. I think that this energy in some way is a little bit intimidating or threatening to this party over here. I see this party over here. What I'm feeling is this is somebody who's always been pretty confident in themselves, at least on the exterior. This is somebody who is also beautiful or handsome, right? We don't want to get caught up in the sexes of the cards. We have masculine and feminine energy in both men and women, but this is somebody that has a lot to offer as well. Whoever this is over here is very, the Queen of Wands is typically somebody who's very passionate, very outgoing, very determined. This is someone who's very charming, makes an incredible and powerful first impression, somebody who has just a lot of passion and fire for life, right? But if you're looking in this deck, my queen here, I see that she looks a little bit, I'm trying to put this feeling into words for you guys. So a little bit discouraged, a little bit intimidated, a little bit unsure, uncertain. And I think that puts her out of her comfort zone and has her or him feeling very defensive, right? And then we see the Knight of Cups here. So I feel like whoever this party is over here, you know, kind of sees themselves as a queen and is going, hey, I've always been highly sought after and desirable and powerful. I'm someone who's determined to get what I want. I'm usually somebody who's kind of used to getting their own way, to, you know, if I'm being perfectly honest. It's somebody who's a little bit, I don't want to say pushy, but determined. And when you're determined and you have strong work ethic and you're passionate and you're a queen, you kind of get what you want out of life, right? And I feel like whoever this is, it's like they have the Knight of Cups is somebody who is very charming, very loving, very romantic, kind of a hopeless romantic, also wears their heart on their sleeve. This Knight is slow moving. You can see this isn't a knight that comes charging in. This isn't like the Knight of Wands, right? So I feel like in their own individual life, as far as maybe their career or, you know, making their own friendships on their own, whoever this party is, I think they are very confident and charming and desirable and passionate. But I think when it comes to being vulnerable, it's a little bit out of their comfort zone, a little bit intimidating, kind of trying to get in touch with that emotional water side, right? As you can see, he, and again, he, she, doesn't matter, is holding their cup. It's like, I have this cup of love, but I'm guarded. There's full armor here. And so it's like, I want to offer this. I'm coming in. I'm feeling loving and charming and romantic about this connection or this other person, but this is like a slow moving or an intimidated type of feeling that I'm getting, almost discouraged in a way. And I feel like when you look at it, it's like, I want to come in and offer my cup of love to this person over here. This person is somebody that I see as grounded and stable and charming and generous and desirable, but look at all these other cups here. I feel like there's some kind of a competition, and that's what's causing, oops, sorry guys, that's what's causing the defensiveness that we're seeing in the Seven of Wands. There may just be outside threats to this connection, whether, I feel like the two of you coming together would be like a power couple. And sometimes when we have that much energy, you know, we've got water energy, we've got earth energy, we've got fire energy. When we bring these two people together, the Queen of Wands paired with the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles is really kind of amazing. But I think sometimes that can cause some outside threats. This is obviously a very defensive energy. I don't know, for some of you, this is probably just going to be that you feel like there's a lot of competition. It's like, I want to come in and offer my cup of love, but so does everybody else. For others of you, it may be that this person gets a lot of emotional fulfillment from different areas. These three women might represent, you know, like career, friendships, hobbies. This person may just have a lot of emotional fulfillment from other aspects of their life. They may get a lot of attention or recognition, and that makes you feel a little bit defensive and threatened, like I have to compete with all these other aspects of their life. Like I kind of get this feeling, and what I'm hearing is like, I want to be the center of your attention. I want to be your queen. I have all this passion to offer. I'm trying to get in touch with my vulnerable side and come out of this guarded energy and make you an offering, but I'm a little bit intimidated because you've got so much else going on. That's what I'm feeling. There's other storylines that could definitely be going on here. And if this isn't quite resonating with you, I do offer personal readings if you need something that's a little bit more specific. But so far, what I'm seeing is just this person being confident and independent and fulfilled emotionally in numerous aspects of their life, and probably getting a lot of attention or a lot of offers, or at least it seems that way. Maybe this person over here just, it may not even be reality. Perception is reality. They may just feel like, hey, this is this person is exactly who I want. This person is grounded and generous and stable and emotional and loving and balanced. And this is just everything that I want all wrapped up in one package. This is my king or my queen, right? And the other party over here might kind of psyching themselves out, because sometimes the Queen of Wands reminds us to look at our shadow self, to kind of face our own insecurities. Sometimes we kind of get stuck in our own head, and these feelings, these emotions, when we find somebody that we think is highly desirable, sometimes we create our own like fear-based insecurities, right? But they're coming from within us. It's not something this other person is causing. I see this other person as being genuine, having a lot of love to give, being very stable and grounded, but for whatever reason that's intimidating whoever this is over here. This person feels threatened and almost kind of neglected. And also, this could be somebody who is focusing their attention, on their career and their hobbies, and is just kind of, although they're balanced, they do have a very fulfilling life in numerous aspects, and they may be having a hard time, focusing all their attention, focusing enough of their attention on this connection with you. And this has you feeling like, hey, I have all this passion and all this love, and here I am, like coming to you with my heart on my sleeve. I want to bring romance into your life, but you're just so distracted with everything else that you have going on. And I'm feeling kind of like I'm sharing you. I'm sharing all this love and, all these things that I admire about you. I feel like I'm sharing that and dividing up that, your attention's being divided in too many ways. I feel threatened. Maybe you feel like this person is a little bit of a flirt, or you just feel like they have a lot going on and you're kind of like, where do I fit into this picture? Like, do you appreciate all that I have to offer? That's interesting. I normally don't look at these cards this way, but like I said, I'm an intuitive reader. So, it's just whatever comes to me, whatever storyline comes as I'm reading. And we're going to pull some of these healing oracle cards as well to kind of go a little bit deeper in. Please, universe, please, tarot, what can you tell me about this first party? Please provide me more information about this first party. Ooh. Omens. And we're going to read about that a little bit. Let me just get a card for our second party over here. Please, tarot. Please, universe. What can you tell me about our second party? Oop. You know what? That was a lot, but I really do think this top card, emotional release. We flipped over a couple, but that one's on the top, and so we're going to take it. See, that's kind of what I feel like. I was just talking to you about kind of having to face our shadow self. I feel like this person is feeling a little bit neglected or insecure or unsure of themselves or defensive, and this may be a time to address those emotions and make sure that we're not deflecting, or they're not deflecting their emotions, or you're not deflecting your emotions onto the other party. That we're being held responsible, and we're finding our own balance, and we're releasing any negative emotions. And, because this Queen of Wands is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, she is absolutely stunning. She is amazing. At her best, she is just somebody who wins everybody over. And I think this person recognizes that, but there's something inside of this person that needs to be dealt with. There's some kind of an insecurity and a little bit of an intimidation by everything that this other person has going on, or the other offers that they get, or just the connection in general. Maybe this is a struggle to be vulnerable. Maybe this is kind of putting you, whoever this is that you're dealing with, or, you know, them dealing with you, is bringing up some insecurities and some, yeah, that's really what I'm seeing. Let's read a little bit about omens here. It's number 31. Hawks are messengers. This majestic bird flies high and reaches the realms of the spirit. They bring back messages from both the seen and the unseen. Drawing this card speaks of focus and intuition. Pay attention to the coincidences in your life right now. Focus on where you want to go. How high do you want to fly? When you see a hawk, someone is trying to get your attention. Pay attention to serendipity in your life. Be glad, for this is a reminder that you are living in the flow of energy. Things will soon shift for you. And, you know, I'm seeing this balance between, you know, the dark and the light, the sun and the moon. And we were just talking about how balanced this individual is. And, you know, you see the one foot here in the water, the other foot on the ground. This is just showing this person is in touch with their emotions. This is a deep individual, but this is also somebody that's grounded. This is a really, really beautiful energy, and I feel like they are here to kind of to deliver a message to you, to help you face some kind of things, to help you have this emotional release that you need to have, to let go of whatever fears and insecurities that you hold on to kind of get in touch with your shadow self. Let me look a little bit deeper here in the book. So number 37, emotional release. We all want to be strong. As humans, we value strength and independence. But also as humans, we need the support of our family, our friends, our tribe. Trying so hard to be strong, pushing down emotions such as fear, anger, betrayal, sadness, only forces them to grow and become stronger. The bubbling up and release that eventually comes takes everyone involved by surprise, and sometimes does not harm in terms of hurt, or sometimes does harm in terms of hurt feelings and words that cannot be taken back. Get into the practice of voicing your feelings, even if it's just acknowledging them to yourself. Journal, create, dance. Find a way that you can safely feel your most feared emotions. Feel them and then let them go. This is a potentially deep healing for you. And that's, you can just see that on her face. It's like those feared emotions, those deep-rooted insecurities, this defensiveness, this guardedness, this feeling kind of attacked or threatened and shielding away. This person over here needs to have an emotional release. They need to get back into their energy, because this Queen of Wands is such an incredibly passionate, fiery, strong, beautiful energy. But you have to recognize that about yourself, and that doesn't come from outside validation. So if this is you, or if this is your partner, the advice here is to allow yourself to feel your emotions, express them to yourself or through journaling in some kind of a healthy manner. And I see you kind of holding yourself back here. Like, she's got herself here hidden away behind all these mountains. Like, she's not somebody who's easily accessible. And she's also defensive and guarding and protecting herself or himself. But really deep down, this person wants to offer love. This person wants to come forward. This person has a lot to give. I think this is somebody who's a hopeless romantic, who's kind of standing behind their pride and restricting themselves with their own self-limiting thoughts and feelings and emotions and fears. And I think that just needs to be released, and there needs to be some balance here. And I think something about this connection, whoever this is like invoking those emotions in this other person. This is bringing up things inside that other person. The feelings that this person has for this person is causing them to kind of have to really reevaluate themselves and their deepest fears and come to this strong place. I think this person that came into your life this is fated, definitely, when we see the omens here. And this person is loving and stable and has a lot to offer. I do see this as a safe connection and somebody that's good for this other person. But until you can get away from this defensiveness, or they can, and come out of that energy and get back in that, beautiful Queen of Wands energy, knowing your value, and not be so intimidated, move forward, offer that cup. Let's do a surrender card to finalize this. I've got to kind of keep these a little bit shorter so I can get them to you every week and keep up with my personal readings. But yeah, don't worry about this person getting emotional fulfillment elsewhere or whatever other offers they have. Be strong and confident in yourself, or if this is how they are with you. You want to remain in this energy that you're already in, and recognize that if this other person is kind of being defensive or standoffish or guarded to you, if this is the other party, then it's not you. You're not doing anything wrong. Whoever this is over here has been stable and grounded and loving and put their heart on their sleeves, has a lot to offer, is meant to kind of come in and inspire transformation and self-evaluation in this person over here. I've already pre-shuffled all these cards, but I'll shuffle a little bit here on camera for you. And this party over here may also be celebrating some kind of success as well, like some more recent success, maybe in a financial aspect, or, completing school, or just getting a lot of recognition. And it might be kind of putting this other person, be off-putting or feel threatening to this other person. That's something else that I'm seeing here. Please, Tarot, please, Universe. What can this first party surrender to help strengthen this connection and for them to reach their highest self? Ooh. Surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all that you can to make things happen, then let go of the result. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Please, Tarot. Please, Universe. What can the second party surrender? What advice do you have for my second? Ooh. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. I just dropped all those cards, you guys. I don't know if you heard that. Oh my goodness. So this is time to focus on your own power and let others come to you. I do see this as like, I see this person needing to do a little bit of healing to kind of address any, shadow self, any negative thoughts, negative self-talk, any fears, anxieties, past traumas, whatever things happened, in the past. If you had negative experiences in relationships or whatever it is that has you feeling a little bit threatened and defensive or guarded, it's time to release all of that. Focus on yourself, focus on your own inner peace, reconnect to your own power. Like I was saying, I don't see that this needs to be some competition where it's like, I want to offer my cup of love, but this person already has all these other offers, already has all this going on, and I don't know where I fit. Don't worry about any of that. This is such a powerful, incredible energy. And once you're in this energy and you're on your full power, people will naturally be drawn to you. And as far as this person, they need to let go of any attachment to results and just allow this other person to do the work that they need to do to release anything that they need to release before this connection can come together or just reach its fullest potential. If you're already in a connection, there may be some, there may be a little bit of a disconnect here. And this is just a reminder not to push so hard for a specific specific result and allow this person to just be in their own space. I'm seeing surrender attachment to results and surrender non-action. So I feel like both people here just need to kind of let things be while this person does some healing and addresses their own feelings and comes back into their full power and releases any defensiveness that they might have, any guarded energy that they're carrying. And I think at that time, if this is somebody that you're hoping to like reconcile with, or a connection that you're hoping to strengthen, I feel like the best way to do that is for this person to continue being in their own energy, focusing on themselves, not taking things personally, and for this person to kind of do some healing and kind of remember their own power, have an emotional release, get back to a balanced, grounded place. So I hope that was helpful to you guys. Please let me know in the comments if this is resonating with you. Also, I will take suggestions for future readings as well. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Love and light. Okay, I know you're super eager to get your messages, so I promise to keep this short and sweet, but I do need to go over a few things before we jump into the reading. First, I want to remind everybody that these are general readings, so there is no way to guarantee that every general reading will resonate with every person that watches every time. If this isn't your week, go ahead and check back with me again next week, and please keep in mind that on my channel, I have lots of pick a card readings, element readings, soulmate twin flame readings. There's all kinds of good stuff on there, most of which is not date or time specific. It's just there for you for whenever you feel inspired to watch it. So if you were drawn to me in one way or another, I do believe that these meetings are fated, and I either already have a message for you or I will have a message for you in the future. So if you feel inspired to do so, I always recommend subscribing to the channel, scrolling through the other videos on the channel, and just keeping in touch with me each week to see if we can't find a message that's specifically meant for you. If you're interested in personal readings, all that information is in the description box below. Okay, you guys, thank you for your patience, and let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, for deck B, for our first party, we have the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. For our second party, we have the Magician, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, you guys, give me just a minute to look over the cards and kind of see what I'm feeling. And keep in mind, if I get stuck in one storyline and it's opposite or vice versa for you, the energies can shift. So just go with whichever side is making the most sense for you. You don't have to follow my storyline. Also, masculine, feminine energy. Both men and women possess masculine and feminine energy, so please don't get hung up on the sex of the cards, king, queen, knight. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, so this is a little bit interesting. Normally, if we're going from the Three of Wands to the Two of Wands, it's going backwards a little bit. Typically, in traditional tarot, the Two of Wands is going to talk about future planning, making decisions, kind of trying to decide what's best for your long-term future and your highest self, and you know, what direction to take. Where the Three of Wands is more putting those things into action, bringing those things into fruition. But I'm seeing this a little bit different here, and because I'm an intuitive reader, I'm just going to go with what I'm getting. What I'm kind of seeing is this person over here, whether this is you or your person of interest, initially was kind of feeling a little bit lost, and took a little bit of a step back off of their path to seek guidance. But I see they were kind of seeking this from outside sources. They were kind of trying, possibly hoping for a soulmate, or if you're already with someone, hoping for a deeper connection to this person, having questions about if this is going the way that you want it to go. If you're already in a connection with somebody, you may be kind of stepping off the path going, hey, this is kind of feeling like a little bit of an uphill climb or a struggle. Am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? Or you could have been seeking a partner. But whoever this is, I see that they were kind of seeking answers and guidance from the universe and from outside sources initially and feeling a little bit lost. But then it's like they shifted. Their answers came, they got some guidance. If this hasn't already happened, this could be coming in the near future, you know. Time is fluid, so it doesn't have to be right now. But I do see that this energy is going to transform into, you see the little dragon here is now fully grown and ready to take flight, and their wings are grown. So I'm kind of seeing this as now taking things into your own hands. Instead of just sitting here seeking guidance and feeling lost and asking for answers from the universe or your spirit guides or whatever it is you turn to, even from within yourself or your higher self, this now shifts into a little bit more determined, confident, taking things into your own hands, taking charge, ready to take flight, kind of knowing where you're going. This is a very determined, focused type of energy that knows what they want and is ready to take flight and go and achieve those things that they want. And I think that transforms finally into a Queen of Swords energy. King, queen, again, it doesn't matter, but this is a huge transformation, and you can see that her body language is shifted. It's like, I know where I'm going, I'm moving forward, but there's one last look back here. So this is somebody who's ready to release things that are no longer serving them, that is kind of grown and matured and is able to be a little bit more balanced and logical and not base things so much off of passion, right? There may have been a lot of passion here, but this kind of balances out and brings you into this Queen of Swords energy, this strong, stable, I don't have time for things in my life that aren't going to serve my highest good, that aren't going to help me reach my fullest potential. You know, I kind of know my path now. I've gone through a major transformation. I have my wings, and I'm going to cut out anything that's not serving me. I'm not taking things with me from the past that aren't good for me. This is somebody who's got a lot of confidence and knows what they want. So I think they were a little bit lost initially, kind of got some answers, some guidance, and just felt very passionate about having a new beginning or a leap forward, kind of got some direction and guidance on where they wanted to go in their life, and is ready to cut out the things that aren't meant for them anymore so that they can go and have this bright and beautiful future and turn away from whatever it was in the past that wasn't good for them. And I see over here, give me just a minute to re-look at these and kind of tie these together. I kind of see that whatever this person was sending out into the universe, whatever they were seeking, like it created some kind of a manifestation over here of this other person. I feel like because of this energy shifting, this person is going to be manifesting a really stable, confident partner into their reality, whether this is the person you're with and there's a shift of energy and they come into a more balanced, stable energy with unconditional love, or whether this is like a new love interest that you've manifested into your reality by letting go of the things in your past that didn't serve you, and by being very focused and determined. You can see that there's only one, he's not looking back at all. He's moving forward. He knows where he's going, right? It's cutting out the things that aren't serving this person anymore. This is a very determined, beautiful energy. This person just recognizes what they want out of life, what's important to them, what they're passionate about, and they're ready to take action on that, and they're ready to really stand their ground on that. And I think that manifests some kind of stability. Either that or this person over here is trying to manifest a really stable person into their life, and then they can make an offer. But I see here the Queen of Pentacles is absolutely incredible. And again, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. But she is, a lot of times she's a small business owner, an entrepreneur, or just somebody who's very driven. She's grounded, she's rooted, she's stable, kind of calm, cool, and collected. She's somebody who can be a mother or father figure, right? And just kind of hold down the household and be nurturing and loving, but also go out and be career-oriented and focused. Like, she can do it all. This is a very balanced, stable, beautiful, unconditional love and self-love queen energy. But you still see, I always notice here in this deck that she's wearing a mask. So there's still parts of herself that are a little bit tucked away, right? There's a little bit of mystery to her, and that can be a little bit intimidating sometimes. But I do see whoever this is on this side coming into this like stable, grounded energy, or they are just a stable, grounded individual, and they're coming to make an offer. They do want to make an offer. It's not quick or passionate. This is a planner. This is somebody who likes to think and plan things out and take things slow. The Knight of Pentacles, it's nothing like the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords, right, where they're just fiery, passionate, charging forward. This is very grounded and stable. It's actually really, really beautiful. I see this person over here as being stable, and I see that they were kind of manifested into this other person's reality in one way or another. And if this doesn't sound like your current love interest, or maybe you're in a really rocky or unhealthy or unstable situation, there's a possibility that you're kind of starting to recognize that, and you're stepping off of that path and seeking something that's better for you, and seeking guidance and answers and inner peace. And you're finding the strength and courage and determination to move forward and let go of the things that don't serve you anymore, and focus on your future and cut out those things. And it's not without regret that you look back and say, you know, it's not that you didn't care, but it's just that you've gone through a transformation and you're ready to move forward into your future, or they are. Whoever this is, if you're already in a current partnership and it's just really toxic or unhealthy, I do see you or them releasing this eventually. And because of that, this other person is able to manifest this stable, unconditional love. It's an offer, and it's beautiful. And if you're currently in a connection and you just want a stronger connection with the person that you're with, or you're feeling a little bit of a disconnect, I feel like once you step back off of your path, or they do, and do some soul searching and kind of take charge of your future and decide what it is you really want and what you're really passionate about and what's best suited for your future, and you're willing to cut out anything that's going to interfere with that, and transform yourself and move forward and be in your own beautiful queen energy. Separate your passions a little bit and get really in touch with your intellectual side. I think you're going to manifest a lot more stability into your connection. I do see this person over here as being stable. I see them as stable and grounded and having a lot to offer. And I see them wanting to offer that, but it's just a little bit slow moving. And this may even be like she was ready to walk away. Some of you may have been in this place where it's like, all right, I'm ready to walk away from this. And now this person's like, wait. And they're not rushing in, but they're coming back slowly with a stable offer for this queen here, saying, okay, you know, you've manifested this and you've changed things, and I'm in this stable, grounded place now, and I'm ready to remove my mask and come out of this independent energy and make an offer to you, but it may be slow moving. So I'm seeing a few different things here. Obviously, thousands of people watch these videos, so sometimes I get numerous messages and they can get a little confusing. I'm going to pull some healing oracle cards to get a little bit deeper into this. I have pre-shuffled these, but I'll shuffle a little bit on camera for you. I also see this in a different light as well, just kind of a side story here. It's like whoever this was sending out this beacon, you know, of like wanting to bring in a soulmate or a really strong, amazing connection. And it kind of like that light gets over to this individual here, and it's like it's a calling to him. And now he's moving forward to her, right? It's just a little side story, but typically we focus all the energy for one person here and for the other person there. So, but I still can't help but notice that it's like she's sending out this light, she's stepping off of her path, and it's drawing in this other individual. Please tarot, please universe, what can you tell me about this first party? Please give me more insight into this first party. slow but steady. Is that not what we just said? Slow but steady. So maybe this person was really passionate. Once they got the answers that they were seeking, there may have been like we talked about, the Two of Wands is passionate. And now it's like, are you coming with me or not? Come at me, correct? Just very determined and ready to move forward. And maybe this is saying, because I always look at this like this poor turtle here. It's like he's just drowning. He's drowning in all of this emotion. When we see water in tarot, we think about emotion. So it may just be a reminder to just let things come to you naturally as well. Let things move forward in a slow and steady pace. Don't get discouraged. Don't get... have some patience here. Even though you're passionately ready to move forward and you've decided what you want for your future and you've got your heart set on something, or they do. Again, you can flip the storyline for however it works, but this may just be a reminder that it's important that you cut the things out that aren't serving you, but allow things to come to you slow and steady. And every experience, we can't rush anything in our life. Everything has to have a strong foundation. And I think maybe this other person is a little bit more grounded and slow and steady in their approach, and maybe this person's a little bit more fiery and excited about the future. So again, I'm getting a couple different storylines here. But this is just a reminder that even though you may... Ancient wisdom. Ooh, that's beautiful. I'm going to read a little bit about this one for you. Yeah, there may just be... different ideas of, how to move forward between these two parties here. Or how quickly things should move. I love the trees on here, and how we were talking about her being grounded and just sitting here. She's just such a beautiful, grounded energy. All of this is just it's so earthy, right? Pentacles are earth energy. And it says here, nature is the perfect place to center yourself and ground out any excess noise in your head. In nature, all the secrets of the universe are held, from the fiercest energy of a rising sea and a storm to the nurturing and loving energy of 100-year-old grove of trees. Get out in nature and listen to what she has to tell you. There is much to learn from nature. Trees just want to be trees. They are not trying to be boulders. Deer just deer. They accept that. Wolves are wolves. They know no other way. They do not try to get an extreme makeover to become a bear. This energy vibration can be so different than the human experience. It is pure love, non-judgment, and acceptance. When you tap into the ancient wisdom of a natural world, you find peace within yourselves. You get to know thyself. By drawing this card, you are being asked to come to peace with who you are and what you have to offer the situation. So this again, this can be manifesting, and this is just a reminder, and you see this kind of like hiding behind the mask. So what I was saying, like, get to know who you are, come into your full energy, remove your mask, and it's like coming, I almost see this like she's grounding herself, which is kind of interesting. I didn't see that before until I just read about this, but it's almost like she's separated herself and she's getting grounded. She's got her mask on here. Within nature, this is where she finds unconditional self-love of who she is. And she's grounded here and finding this balance. And I almost see this as like releasing false senses of self. You see all these women here in the trees. I see that as it's like this is all being released. And there's this like self-love and self-acceptance from separating herself from everything, not trying so hard to manifest things, just allowing what is. And then it's like coming out, right? Coming out of that place with the mask off, grounded and stable, ready to move forward. Slow and steady. Wow, that's really beautiful. Let's pull a surrender card. Kind of tie this reading up. I do offer personal readings, so if this is resonating with you and you want to go a little bit deeper and you have specific questions, or if it's not resonating with you and you want something that's specific to you, all that information will be in the description box. Yeah, I think this is somebody who is a little bit passionate, and this is also still a beautiful energy to be in, right? But I see this other person as needing maybe a little bit of time to get grounded and accept themselves for who they are and remove any false sense of self, any masks that they're wearing. And once they go through that transformation, they come out of that grounded and stable and confident and ready to make an offer or accept what the future has for them. But they might be a little bit slower than this person. There might be a time lapse here. Someone over here might just be really passionate, just figured out what they want for their future, wanting to cut out things that don't serve them. And this person over here might be, needing to do some self-reflection and get grounded and accept themselves for who they are so that they have more to offer to this other person. Or this could be releasing somebody from the past that wasn't good for you, or releasing a toxic connection that you're in. And as you're doing that, it's kind of manifesting this situation where this other person is feeling this inner pull to ground themselves and to kind of become their best sense of self and be able to come out of this energy, and the two of you meet in the end. So this is really interesting, but I really like this reading. I feel like it's really beautiful. This just flipped out. So we talked about slow and steady. We talked about passionately wanting to move forward. And we have here, frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. So this person may just need to take a little bit of time to relax. We've got a lot of fire energy here. Surrender the frustration, come into their full power, but in a way that's still accepting and nurturing and loving, and accept that things are going to be moving forward slow and steady. If things aren't going at your pace right now in your connection, you might just need to have a little bit of patience and give this a little bit of time. And if you're in a toxic situation, you may just need to surrender the frustration with trying to change this person, or trying to, keep looking back on this person, and just allow yourself to move forward so that you can manifest this connection with somebody else. There's a few different scenarios here, so just take whichever story resonates best with you. Please, Tarot, please, Universe, what can you tell me about this second party? What do they need to surrender to reach their highest self? Surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Again, rest, sleep, rejuvenate, reconnect with yourself, reconnect with nature. This is somebody who needs a little bit of time. This person needs a little bit of time to reconnect to themselves, to rest, to sleep, to let go of any false sense of self. And then it's like almost, I've rested, I've taken my time to kind of separate myself and reconnect, and now I'm coming out of this well rested and ready to move forward and possibly make an offer, a stable offer. I hope that wasn't too confusing, because I got a couple different storylines, so I'm assuming a lot of you picked B. And like I said, thousands of people watch these, so a lot of times I'll get several different messages for different people. I hope that was helpful to you and that you guys are having a wonderful week. I will see you back here again next week for another You versus Them pick a card. Love and light.